Welcome back to Jujutsu Kaisen, anime review episode number 17. We're here reviewing the 36th episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, Dull Knife. This episode adapts from the entirety of chapters 98 and 99. It goes through almost the entirety of chapter 100 except for the last 4 pages, pages 2 to 17, and the first 13 pages of chapter 101. Yeah, if you're really curious though, next week we'll finish up that chapter and 101. Yep, those 2 chapters finished up. That's one thing I've noticed though for this arc. It's like they start some for that one chapter, and then like the very next episode, they finish adapting that very chapter. Yeah, I don't know why, but they do. It's kind of strange to say the least. My opinion is probably them just stretching this arc out as much as possible, given the fact this arc is supposed to be 18 episodes. Yeah, an arc that started with episode 30. Yep, that's what the arc officially started with, episode 30. And we're only episode 30, well, 36 was the 7th episode of this very arc. Yep, 7th. Which means there's exactly 11 more episodes left to go. I still have this feeling that this will wrap up by January. Yes. So, is there any anime getting close? Is there any anime aside from this one getting closer, anyways? Well, not anyways. So, in the case of this episode, like, how many more chapters have to go? Because it got to 99. Well, let's see. 10, 20, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Roughly, there's about 37 chapters left to go. Yes. Now, there are 3 fights in this episode. One is Mei versus Naja Amadaya. And this was really quick. She basically just chases this guy down, prays herself, and then she just kills him. Really easily. The other one, this is quite interesting. Whereas you have Nagami versus Sakamoto, who actually had appeared in the previous season of the show. And we have them fight here, where it's like, this is the guy who last episode killed off the assistant supervisor, so basically Maki tells Nabra and this blonde hair girl Akari. Yes. Yeah, they're told basically to get because the veil went down last episode. If we're continuing with this, we briefly see the 2 starring characters, Megumin and Yuta, where they had to catch Ino, who fell from the building because he got defeated. Meanwhile, though, apparently the spirit that possessing this Oli's grandson turns out it's actually Megumin's late father, who got killed off in the previous arc of the anime. He got killed by Goto. You know it's him because the scar across his lip. And he kills the lady because basically she told him to kill Jutsu sorcerers. And it's mostly put in the case of Yuta. It's like wrapping up some of the events of the previous episode while moving on to the next plot. That's mostly what exactly goes on with Yuta. So, Nabra, she proceeds to fight the curse user. There's a distraction while Akari gets away. though he's managed to catch things to his sword, which the hilt is basically a hand. And she gets stabbed, but she survives, don't worry. So, Nabara fights him with her hammer, her mystical hammer, which I think is a very silly weapon. Basically a small ballpoint hammer. This is not a long handled one. Trust me, I've seen long handled. This is a short handle hammer. And the whole thing is basically like, fight with the hammer itself? Not really. It's mostly using nails. So she tries to fight him, of course, Neil gets defeated. And then Nabaro shows up, and he basically beats living crap out of him. Like, oh my god. He got some, how many are you guys? He's like, I don't know. Yeah, and they continue this fight, and, well, the fight is pretty much wrapped up in this one episode. Yeah. It is, of course, really, really quick. Yeah, after he's defeated, basically it has to live to grade 1 sorcerers. Now, Mei and her brother, take on basically the smallpox deity. Yeah, the fight started here, but not finished. Nope. It's more like you watch this episode, and we're just progressing a little bit in this arc, not a lot per se, because that's what it seems like. We're just basically just moving on, just getting some more stuff here, because here's the thing about this arc. It's like the main big plot point of this arc got done just a couple episodes ago. And you're like, really? So, the biggest thing that happened with this arc associated with, is Gojo being sealed. And that happens early. You would think maybe halfway through or toward the end. Oh no, they do this. By the way, the sealing of him happens on the 4th episode. We're on the 7th episode. Yeah. Now, I do criticize the end. Now, I'm not going to blame the studio who made this series. It's not their fault. The fact the biggest thing associated with this arc gets done really quickly. I blame the manga. This arc went on for way too long. Oh my gosh. Like, every chapter of this arc is like Shibuya incident, chapter whatever. It's like basically like, okay, Goto has been sealed, but we can't wrap up this arc, not just yet. This arc is quite possibly one of the longest arcs the whole series. It is the second longest arc of the series, and right now anyways, we're like, you could say at this point, because we just got past chapter like 100, that you could say we're kind of a little over, we're about halfway through this arc in 7 episodes. And there's still 11 more to go. Yes, 11 more. Yeah, this was released last Thursday. Let's see. I think it was last Thursday, wasn't it? It was, yeah, it's on Thursday. Yeah, so Thursday's got 2 anime, which is Dr. Stone and this one. So, let's see. Let's look at the calendar. I'm going to check and see, like, what could possibly be the ending date of this very arc. Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd say by the 11th of January, that is probably when we're going to wrap up this arc. Yes. I'm probably correct about that. It's going to be January 11th when this is going to be finished. So, is there any anime finished before then? I'd say out of all the anime I'm working on right now, I'd say probably the only anime finished up probably around the same this will be is probably, now, I think Girlfriend, which is the next anime I'm going to do, That might finish up because we're on the third episode of this one, because it's generally 12 episodes, how long the first season was, so I'm assuming it's 12 episodes one. So that will be wrapped up just prior to this one. Yes, I do think that will be wrapped up. Goblin Slayer probably around the same time. Yes. I'd say that all the rest of the anime be wrapped up like basically by December. Yeah, I'd say that Goblin Slayer, Girlfriend, and the Rise of Hero, these will all be wrapped up by the end of December. I'd say so. Yes. Because it's on the basically like Girlfriend, they've not confirmed the episode count, but I'm assuming it's 2 episodes, so that's I'm going after that one. Jujutsu Kaisen, this arc basically is 18 episodes, and like I mentioned, we're only 7 episodes in, so we have 11 more to go, so a little while for this one. So I'd say by January, I'll be basically decreased down to about 3 left. But what about, let's say, Dr. Stone, for example? Do I think that that'll be wrapped up for this one? Rather at the same time as this one? Not sure. I'm assuming it's probably going to be 11 episodes again, like the first core was. So this be wrapped up probably just prior to that one. Yes. So I'd say pretty much everything I'm currently reviewing, except for One Piece and Case Closed, will be wrapped up by the end of December. Yeah, I do think so. Unless somebody says elsewise, basically, those 3, like, pretty much everything except for 3 anime, be wrapped up in December. Yep. So I'd say for the next 2 months, basically, it's going to be kind of like this. Well, I do know that 2 anime wrapped up soon. One is Bleach. That's it wrapped this weekend. And next week, Mr. Demon Academy. Before I end this video here, you're probably asking, how many anime am I currently reviewing at this very moment? There is this one. There is Dr. Stone, Bleach, Girlfriend, Goblin Slayer, Case Closed, One Piece, and let's see, there's also The Rise of Hero and Mr. Demon Academy. I have roughly 9 anime reviewing right now. 9. And you think, that's a bit much. It kind of is, because a lot of these anime is just another season for these animes. I'm working on, excuse me. Pretty much, I'd say all but 3 are basically like second season animes. Mostly anyways. Because Goblin Slayer, that's season 2. The only one that's not a season 2 that's not Bleach, Thousand Blood War, Case Goes to One Piece is Rise of Hero. Everything else is basically second season, like this show, Mr. Demon Academy. Actually, Dr. Stone's another one's on season 3, so it's just this show, Girlfriend, Goblin Slayer. Basically, 4 anime basically on season 2. We have 2 on season 3, and you have 2 on continual basis. 1 is the occasional break. Actually, both make occasional breaks here and there. And Bleach basically is just on course, where it lasts for like 13 episodes and then basically goes on break for a while. Yeah. So, that's pretty much a particular view. I'm going to go ahead and work on our next anime because I have day off tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and watch Girlfriend, and I'll probably call it a night at that point. Okay, next view.